Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? You all right? Hello, Opting. Hello, Augie, and hello, Crispy over on YouTube. What's going on? Crispy, I'm doing just fine, thank you. My housemate was an absolute sweetheart, and when they went shopping this morning, they bought all of the special flavored Pepsi Maxes. So I am set for Pepsi Max for quite a while now. We got raspberry ripple, salted caramel, cream soda. we got it all. We got it all. Opting, you're up at 5 a.m., so that's how you're doing. I'm sorry. 5 a.m. doesn't exist. I'm just saying, that is a time that does not exist. Right, let me bring up all of our timers and stuff. Let me get everything cleared and everything set. Because someone totally did not forget to do this before he went live this morning. You know. Uggy, you're still a little salty about Elite Dangerous. I saw that over on the Discord. I am so sorry that happened to you, Augie. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, at least, you can get back to where you were. But yeah, it's annoying when you lose everything that you had. I do commiserate with you. Augie, your own fault. We live and learn. Very, very true. Very true. Hopefully you can get back there at some point. Your stuff might still be there. Eventually. Opting, were you wearing your seatbelt at least? Oh my god. Crispy says hello, everyone. So what are we doing this morning, my friends? We've got The Sims 4. Our lovely Work With Me household, full of Twitch subscribers and YouTube Tier 2 and above paid members. We have my Sim self. We have Opting, who's still in his bikini. We've got Shaz's Sim, Rocky World 12 Sim, Jeeves's Sim, Sean the Wolf's Sim, Augie's Sim, and Astana's Sim. All ready and raring to totally do all of the worky things this morning. Sometimes they work. Usually they just play video games because they're The Sims, But sometimes they actually do things. Augie says, hi, Crispy on YouTube. And Augie, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. What with being able to get your stuff back? Oh man, that sucks. I'm really, really sorry to hear that. So, by the way, we do have two things, news related that we... Hi, Jeeves. I summoned the Jeeves. But yes, we do have two news-related items that we are going to get through today during our breaks. We have an insider report that should be taken with an extreme salt shaker full of salt, like an entire salt lick, and the official announcement of the Electronic Arts in-game advertising department. Yeah. That's a thing that no one wants. No one asked for, except maybe the shareholders. So yeah, those two things we will talk about during our breaks today. And then if we have time after that, then we'll talk about upcoming game releases and so on and so forth. Jeeves, how did you summon me? How did I summon you? Because we were talking about you. I mentioned, I pointed out your sim, and I said, this is Jeeves' sim. And literally, not 10 seconds after I said that, you came into the stream. So I summoned you. 100%, yes. That's how it works, right? That's totally how it works. So I've still, excuse me, I still have my chocolate and cherry coffee in in a fox mug this morning. My coffee is actually starting to go cold because I've just let it set for so long. Luckily, this is the last bit, so I've only got this to go. Then I'll switch over to water. Jeeves, oh, licensing issues, lovely. Not really, but I am sure you'll get there. By the way, the songs playing at the moment is from Epidemic Sound's official Pride Month playlist, featuring some of their LGBTQIA plus artists. There's some good music in this one, including disco and lo-fi and K-pop. Just very eclectic mix, but it's still good. Later, yell at Cloud. Love it. Crispy, a quick follow-up in regards to the Marketplace TV report you made. It's now been marked down as verified, which means they've replicated on their end, and hopefully they fix it. Awesome! Congratulations. And thank you so much for, continuing to mark stuff like that. That is seriously awesome that they're taking that on board, because if something is like misrepresented in the Sims 4 marketplace, then yeah, that needs to be rectified, because people might think, oh, that they're getting something that they're actually not, and that's against advertising standards. So yeah, okay. Let us start with Augie this morning. Yesterday we started with Cody. This morning we will start by watching Augie. If you are new here, welcome in. This is what we do on this live on this live channel. This is what we do during these live streams. Sims 4 Work With Me live streams. We have the Sims 4 running autonomously in the background. I try not to have any input in unless, like if the cow plants die, then I'll have them revive them. If someone gets stuck, then I'll unstick them. If something breaks, I'll have them repair. But other than that, they just do whatever they want to do. We have 20 minutes of focus session with the Sims 4 running in the background, followed by a 15-minute break where we talk about live simulation news, other gaming news, and basically whatever we feel like talking about. So there you go. Crispy, someone has to do it, otherwise nothing will get done. Yeah, that is very, very true. Opting, R&R, you wouldn't want to run afoul of advertising standards. Definitely not. And Jeeves, yeah, exactly, not in the UK. Oh my gosh, the advertising standards here in the UK are so strict. You would not believe the things that I have to do to satisfy the advertising standards here in the UK as a content creator. If I talk specifically about any Sims 4 DLC that I got for free by The Sims, I'm supposed to mark that video or a live stream as an ad in the title. I'm supposed to give a disclaimer before I start talking about that specific DLC, and at all times I have to have a disclaimer in the description saying that I am a Sims partner. Which is why in every single description on YouTube, you'll see hashtag Sims partner in the description of every single Sims 4 video. It is a whole thing. It's just maddening. It really is. Jeeps, Crispy says hi. Augie, one word out of place or missed out, they come down on you so hard. Yeah, with the advertising standards here in the UK, You can literally get banned from all social media for life just by slipping up one time. They will come down on you like a pile of bricks. It is, as in, like, and I'm not talking about, being banned from Twitter or Blue Sky. No, no, no. They will ban you from YouTube, Insta, TikTok, Facebook, the whole gamut. You will not be allowed to post anything on any social media platforms ever again if the UK advertising standards get a hold of you. They're just seriously wow. Seriously, just wow. Anyway, with that bit of sunshine and rainbows, let's get our first timer going. 20 minutes on the clock. I'll turn the music up so y'all can rock your pride out or something, and get some work done. Let's go. Augie, Optine's giving out cookies. Love it. Jeeves, you're glad that they have high standards, so at least we know that you... Yeah. Kinda, sorta get paid. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's get some work done, my friends. I'll catch up with you all after the break, or after the focus session.
Honey, I got what you want. Give me all of your love, 'cause it's burning hot. It's what you do to me, babe, I can guarantee. Honey, I got what you need. Yeah, under the night sky, I want your eyes all on me. Don't tell me lies now, I always get my
ta.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love.
bunch. Ah, Obe. Oi. Well, bish. Abner. Gimme chip. Yo am bobbin.
Passa essa uma flavita.
Well, Shaz just got abducted by aliens. Also, quick screenshot. Because reasons. Opting Shaz always gets abducted by aliens. That is very true. That is very true. But welcome back, everyone. We finished our first focus session. So let's very quickly just check to make sure that there's no broken items or anything in the game. We have food on the floor. That needs to be fixed. Why don't you finish the crab linguine? Opting. And that needs to be fixed, so why don't we have Sean fix that? The bathtub is fine, the toilets are fine, everything is fine except for those two things. Looking good. Checking the gym. Yeah, we're good. We are definitely a 100% good. Okay, my friends. So, hate when that happens. Let us talk about while Sean's fixing the thing. Let's talk about news. Jeeves, they must really like probing Chaz. The aliens, yeah, it seems so. It definitely seems so. Opting, who's the last sim? You think you missed an addition? That's Astana's sim. That is Astana's sim. Okay. So, Sims 4 news. There's been a couple of interesting things happening, shall we say. Let's hide that temporarily. So there's Optin, they'll just let anyone in this house. Ooh. Astana, you're not gonna let Optin get away with that, are you? Also, Leon Maj, welcome in. Thank you so much for following over on Twitch. I do appreciate that. But, yes, so there is an insider that's been posting on the ATRL forums with, tea spills, things that they know about The Sims 4 and EA and all of that. So, what they said is, and the latest thing. Now, take the following with an extreme grain of salt, okay? Because we do not know who this insider is. They have not said who they are. They've hinted that they no longer work for The Sims or for EA. So my question is, how do they know all of these things? But here's what they had to say. Someone said, just watch the Paralives trailer. Chaz is back. Not gonna lie, they really should be worried about Project X if their whole strategy is just better graphics and open neighborhoods. Meanwhile, Paralives has a full open world, a bunch of genuinely interesting build mode innovations. Loki hoping Paralives scares EA enough to finally throw a bigger budget at Project X and make actually competitive features, because otherwise this thing is gonna flop. So that's from a simmer, a player. And the insider says, the short version is EA doesn't care about Sims 3 competitors. The long version is EA know from their experience with The Sims 3 that Sims 3 set up one ongoing open world is simply a recipe for disaster when it comes to game and stability. While EA is obviously interested in specific aspects of Inzoi and Paralives and adoptable features, EA doesn't see these games as a threat because they know from experience with The Sims 3 that the gameplay setup pretty much has a 90% failure rate, with only a lucky few being able to play long term with no game or save breaking issues. The insider goes on to say they already knew Inzoi would have the players it does now, regardless of how good it is. They have fairly solid expectations. The same will happen with Paralives, because it's incredibly hard and requires hundreds and hundreds of man-hours to develop an open-world life simulator to run indefinitely reliably. And I understand what this person, whoever they are, is saying, but technically, I mean, while Paralives is a open world game, the town of Melino is open world. You can traverse, you can go outside of your home, on one end of the town, and travel all the way to the other end of the town without any loading screens. The way that Paralives has gotten around the major instability issue is due to the fact that you could only have one to two lots open at the same time. So you notice like when you go into Paralives, you go into another, townie's residence or the town hall or whatever, it will say loading lot on, splash screen will come up saying loading lot. That's how Paralives is getting around the problems of open world. All with The Sims 3, all of the lots were open. You could literally just go from your house to a museum, for example, go inside with no loading screens, and then go back home again with no loading screens, and that was problematic. So yeah, I don't agree with the whoever this is on that front. What about what do you think? What do you think? Jeeves throwing shade now, are they? 100%. Always, we gotta throw shade, Upton, you see their point, but also has a bit of 3D graphics that'll never work about it. Unsolvable problems are only problems until someone solves them. Yeah, exactly. 100% agree. They go on to say, the more you fill in a single playable space at any given time, the more variables open up. Limiting the variables makes it controllable, not limiting them makes them uncontrollable. On top of that, never allowing your game to reset is just asking for an eventual error or corruption issue. People say, how come I have to have a loading screen just to visit my neighbor? The house is already loaded in regards to The Sims 4, but what people don't realize is the entire world unloads and then reloads fresh in order to keep things simple and manageable moving between venue types or families. So, okay, so basically what they're saying about The Sims 4 is, let's say we're here, right? So let's say that we want to go visit this building over here. So they're saying that when we go from our lot to this building, not only is there the loading screen, but during that loading screen, the entire world will reload itself. To keep from, to help, it will refresh itself and reload itself. The entire, this entire town, will do that, during that loading screen. And, I mean, Paralives, I can't speak for Inzoi, because I have not played Inzoi in months. But Paralives also, they get around that by having every map unloaded. Now, every lot, unloaded. And it loads up when you go visit it. So, I don't know. Maybe this is me just trying, just putting my expectations, unrealistic expectations on Paralives, or my unrealistic hopes on Paralives. But, yeah. I get the Sims 4 loading screen thing. That makes a lot of sense. It really does. Jeeves, that Sim Insider doesn't understand content streaming open worlds. The way you feel the world in Paralives is built, it feels like it's loading and unloading in required chunks. Yes. So the Sims 4 loads and unloads the entire map. Every time you go, every time there's a loading screen, the game is unloading and reloading that entire world. But Paralives does chunks. So I don't know. Maybe there will be problems in Paralives, if they make larger towns, or if people start putting tons of clutter in. Or when they make the create your own world screen, where you can create your own town from scratch. Maybe that'll be a problem. Maybe it'll be a problem then. But right now, I think it's okay. Yes, there are bugs with the world generation, but they are working on them at least. Opting, this is the game that was originally meant to be massively multiplayer. Yeah, Sims 4, was meant to be multiplayer. They dodged a bullet by not trying that, but single player should be doable. Exactly. And Paralives is single player, so they have no plans for Paralives to turn that into a multiplayer game. Thank God. So let's see what else this insider is saying. Even with player-built apartments, there's probably a very easy solution to make the apartments in For Rent load without a full reload, but if a player continues to load between them for long periods of time without leaving the lot, you open the door to more potential issues that can unfold by not having any kind of hard reset. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what they, just a reiteration of what they just said. In summary, EA have no interest and aren't even afraid of publicly welcoming the competition when it comes to games like Inzoi or Paralives because they have no interest in being in competition with Sims 3 inspired games. They know the issues that will come from that setup. I will say it, not a single person at Maxis or EA would be surprised if the #1 reported issue with Paralives is save corruption or issues caused by larger save files, because they predicted it before it went live. They know the audience will likely dwindle as casual players run into issues or lost save files and walk away. What, just like they've walked away from The Sims 4 with The Sims 4's problem of corrupted saves? I'm just saying, you know, not to throw shade on the Sims team or anything, but there are definitely save corruption issues with the Sims 4. Opting it was the Sims, not Paralives. Yeah. Jeeves, you feel Paralives creators aren't making those decisions in a meeting room with executives. Everything you've seen so far is well thought out mechanics and technical solutions instead of slapped together what sells right now game mechanics. Yes, 100%. And this is what I love about indie developers. There's no shareholders to please, you know? Number does not have to always go up when it comes to indie devs, which I think is awesome. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here? The only thing at this stage that would actually make EA nervous is a competitor that focuses on a Sims 4 or Project X neighborhood type approach, open or closed, because they know it suddenly becomes actual competition simply from having a setup that could actually hook casual audiences in the long term. I'm sure me saying that publicly will cause a bad omen for them, and one will actually arise. But why concentrate on just casual players? That's what's getting me, because I mean, yes, live simulation is considered casual gaming, but it's just weird to me that the EA just wants to concentrate on casual gamers, not the gamers who put in, you know, like 6 hours a day of gaming or something like that. Opting, if number does not always need to go up, explain 75. Why didn't they stop at 74? Explain 6-7 when 6-6 is just as good. Am I right? Anyway, they continue on. I'm sure someone will say something like, but The Sims 4 has save corruption issues too, but a very tiny percentage of players actually encounter it, and there's a reason why you hear people refer to hearing about it, but not a lot of players actually reporting that it's happened to them. The fear outweighs... Opting, you still cannot explain 6-7. Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone can, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, the fear outweighs the actual chance of it occurring. Players being able to have large and long-term save files with an incredibly low risk of failure is something EA has no interest in moving away from. They contribute that long-term player investment into the long-term success of Sims 4. Wow, that is a stance. That is a real stance. Dang. I believe EA was nervous about Grant Rodiak working on a life simulator as he had first-hand knowledge in the direction from open world back to closed, and I'm sure there was a sigh of relief when the project was revealed to be nothing like The Sims. He has the knowledge to make a really good Sims 4 competitor. So someone asked about any expansion packs, and they say no expansion pack is in development, as far as I've been told. I want to know who's telling them things like this. You know, if they've claimed in a previous post that they no longer work for EA or The Sims, so who is telling them this stuff? Where are they getting their information from? Another collaboration kit bundle is in the works if EA has managed to secure the licenses. I'd love to give a hint, but I'm clueless about what it could be. I'm sure it'll be one for the books. So someone mentioned about communication. And the insider said it's not for nothing. There's a direct correlation with players entering the game whenever bug reports are posted, even for ones fixed. It might seem pointless, especially for bugs that are non-issues, but it does have a purpose that has a working track record. The Sims 4 hasn't seen any drops in the last 3 months, despite all the buzz around Paralives. EA are quite content right now, and even somewhat surprised there wasn't at least some drop. They even saw really good new player numbers with the Bridgerton collaboration news. There has been some drop. Let's be honest, there has definitely been a drop. But I think what's happening here is that life sim players are going to Paralives. They're playing Paralives, and then they're going back to The Sims and playing The Sims, because it's like a lot of players, a lot of life sim players have active households and storylines and challenges that they're doing in The Sims. So and right now it's not very easy to do challenges in Paralives because the structure isn't there yet. So I think that's why people are still doing The Sims 4. Going back, playing a bit of Paralives, and then going to The Sims 4 to finish up their storylines. I think once Paralives has more of a live mode and more things to do in live mode, and have worked out, the problem, the issues with babies and stuff, that more people are going to be heading over to Paralives for their legacy saves. Augie, this person seems to forget the game is in early access and not fully released, like Sims 4. Any corrupted saves are still being worked out. EA still has, yeah, exactly. 100% agree. So EA has been very public that there will not be a Sims 5. X may be called 5, but it will be name only. But a proper Sims 5 will likely never happen. That I agree with. That has been confirmed by EA, that they are never going to make a full-on successor to The Sims 4. Or at least not within the next decade or two. EA did extensive surveys and workshops in 2019 and 2022, and it was unanimous that The Sims 5 was not going to fly. Majority of people aren't Sims players, they're Sims 4 players. The reason why the latest EP wasn't just a royalty pack, but was instead a pack focused on royalty and legacies, is because EA know how deep players get into The Sims 4, and how a substantial amount play with legacies and long-term families or multiple long-term families. They know players aren't willing to give those up, so as X will be very much sharing The Sims 4 DNA, they will find ways to incorporate the abilities to bring your families with you. This is an important audience to EA. They know a Sims 5 where players will need to start a fresh save won't appeal. So, see, my thought on that is, if people don't want a Sims 5 because they're worried that they're going to have to start off with another bare bones world that doesn't even have seasons or babies, like The Sims 4 started off with, why not just start The Sims 5 with all of those things? Start The Sims 5 off with aspirations, with a bunch of aspirations, a bunch of, with full on all of the age ranges, with seasons, and weather and all of that stuff, instead of bare bones. Yeah. And then release DLC that's, collaborations and stuff like that. My brain just cannot comprehend. Uggy, this is your fear when Paralyzed first released. Sims 4 players were expecting it to be the same as Sims 4, but better. When they realized it wasn't Sims 4, they went back to EA as they were comfortable with the Sims 4, rather than learn a new game. Yeah. Opting, they could start it off with possessed hover babies like Paralyzed did. Exactly, yes. Possessed hover babies for the win. Jeez, but then EA can't sell us the stuff again. Yeah, that's the whole point with Electronic Arts, yeah. They want to sell Sims players everything all over again. Oh, you want babies? Here's the baby DLC. Oh, you want the babies to actually do something? Okay, well, and the parents to actually do more than just feed the babies and actually want them to play with the babies? Okay, well, here's the Familyhood DLC. And so on and so forth, you know. Yeah. Same way there's no Minecraft 2. They know players are attached to what they've created, and a brand new game creates a huge hurdle majority of players don't want to jump. Yeah. If EA could have their way, X wouldn't exist, and The Sims 4 would continue to be updated indefinitely. Unfortunately, the backlog is too resource-intensive to maintain, and smaller fixes like DirectX upgrades are proving difficult to achieve any improvements. Project X is definitely reluctance and a gamble, but not a projected throwaway flop that Sims 5 would be, based on extensive market research. I think their market research is bullshit. They're... Sorry for the language, but yeah, I think that EA is taking the extensive market research and just reading into it what they want to hear instead of what the players are actually saying, you know? Crispy? Because Simmers want The Sims 5 to launch with seasons, pets, cars, laundry, gardening, 400 lots, active jobs, active schools, and everything else, and Simmers want it right now. You're sure Maxis devs would love to do that for us, but EA shareholders, however, do not. Yeah, exactly. I'm certain that the Sims 4 devs, the ones that are actually working on the game, would love to have a fully fledged built game where the DLC is just, multiple worlds, where the DLC is just collaborations or extra build buy stuff, or the occasional extra new mechanic or whatever. But yeah. Shareholders say no, because they're not gonna be able to buy their 12th yacht. Jeeves, we're dumb enough to go for it. Even the ones that don't want to pay for it make the people that provide it on the 7 Seas quit. Yeah, exactly. Jeeves, Augie, you think the extensive market research was conducted within the company and not amongst players? I do have to admit and hand it to EA / Maxis. They have done a lot of research. As players, we get tons of surveys. As in, like, at least 3 surveys per year that I get invited to. So, yeah. They do ask players what they think of certain things, but the questions are always loaded, and they always read into it what they want to hear and not what we're actually saying. Jeeves, market research. I'm a player. I will build Sims 5. It has everything the Sims 4 has right now, but also better, which is a fair expectation. Yeah, exactly. It's just completely mad. Shareholders are gonna hold or something, right? So let's see. People source this as EA looking to find employees to work on Sims 4 expansion pack. This video here by Simmer Aaron. I believe EA were already forced to take down job ads that mentioned Project X when they were hiring for Gen AI engineers, and as it's not ruled out that Project X won't continue the Sims 4 branding, I'm not sure if there's any juice to this yet. I haven't spoken to many people since my trip has been my main focus, but I'll ask around and see. My understanding is kit bundles are serving the Sims 4 into sunset, and I think that they have a a point there. The shareholders love kits because they're relatively easy to make compared to a full-on expansion pack. People buy them. They are great for for company or for brand collaborations. And the developers are able to get them out fairly quickly. So there's a bunch of content coming out, and the marketplace is an extension of kits, where they've just had CC makers, custom content creators create things, and people go in and buy using Moolah. So keep releasing kits, have this custom content makers keep making their packs, and shareholders will continue to get their bonuses. So yeah, I know that I sound a bit pessimistic here with this, but yeah, this is what The Sims 4 is going to turn into. While they're making Project X, whatever that ends up being. I am interested in learning more about Project X and what exactly it's going to be, but at the same time, they're if they are actually hiring generative AI engineers to develop Project X, I don't know if I want to play it. In fact, I probably won't want to play it if they're putting Gen AI into it, like Crafton did with Enzoy. That is not a good way to go, in my opinion. But there you go. Hey, Jory, thank you so much for subscribing over on YouTube. Appreciate that, my friend. Crispy, hold on. Let me catch up. Augie, the questions are definitely loaded toward the outcome they want. Yeah, exactly. I've noticed that in the surveys I've done. Crispy, you're also pretty sure that you've seen a ton of Simmers confirm they've been part of that conducted research, specifically Simmers that are part of the Sims Lab program. Oh yeah. I'm part of the Sims Lab program. And yeah, I get invited. I mean, anyone could join the Sims Lab program, by the way. All you have to do is, I can't remember the website, but I'll try to find it for you all later on during the next work break, or during the next focus session. But yeah, you can join. Anyone can join the Sims Lab program. You just go to the website, apply, and when they open it up for more members, they'll contact you. Augie, kit's definition: we can make more money by releasing 25 kits of a few items than we can from making one expansion with the same number of items. Oh yeah. That is 100% true. Because I mean, kits on average, kits cost. I think they've raised the price of kits up from $5 US to $7 now. They didn't announce it. They just the last kit was $7. And kits generally have, on average, between 20 and 25 items. Now, go into expansion packs, which have new worlds, new aspirations, new traits, new lot types, hundreds of items, and new Sims for what, like 30, 40 bucks? On average, price-wise, yeah, they make a lot more with kits, 100%. A lot more money with that can, and less items that can be just pumped out very quickly, relatively, Jeeves, with an expansion also comes the expectation of a new world, a new gameplay. Exactly, yeah. People don't want to spend 40 bucks on an expansion pack if there's no new gameplay involved, which I don't blame them. I'd rather take my 40 bucks and spend it on a brand new game that has like a couple hundred hours of gameplay in it, Anyway, my friends, we do need to continue. Optine. Optine can like jokes, yes. Optine is also blue. There we go. gotta take a picture of Optine. Sorry, is that Optine or Augie? That's Augie. Gotta take a picture of Augie being blue. Augie's turned into a Smurf, confirmed. Augie, that's you, not Optine. Slap, thanks. Crispy, the kit's price increases solely for the branded kits. The regular kits are still £5. Aw, thanks for the heads up there, Crispy. I was wondering that. Because I had noticed that the last kit was $7. It was £7, and but the kit previous to that was $5. It's a bit confusing, but there you go. All right, my friends, let's get this next timer up. So for those of you who are new, this is supposed to be a work with me live stream, but we do end up chatting during the breaks a little bit longer than than what we actually should. That's partly my fault, but okay, that's all my fault. I am the one who has to shoulder the blame for that. I do get to chatty, be a bit chatty sometimes. But anyway, 20 minutes of focus, followed by at least 15 minutes of a break where we talk about live sim gaming news. It is time to focus though. So let's get a little bit more work done. I'll catch up with you all in 20 minutes. Meanwhile, by the way, if you have anything further to say about what that insider was talking about, feel free to weigh in the chat, and I will catch up with you all during the break about it.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby. So come give me love. You know you're mine, baby. So come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby. So come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak. Yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat. Yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right
Oh, plebe day.
got vision, D got vision, D got vision, ming 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 ming, D got vision, D got vision, D got vision, ming 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 ming, D got vision, D got vision, D got vision, ming 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 ming, D got vision, D got vision, D got vision, ming 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 ming, D got vision, D got vision, D got vision, ming ming ming
Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Maria, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. You doing good? You're fixing red beans and rice for later while simming and watching the channel. Oh, thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your red beans and rice. Red beans and rice is a really good healthy dish for you to eat. It's considered a complete dish because you got your protein, you got your carbs, and then if you add something like onions to it, you got your veggies in there as well. So definitely very healthy. All right, my friends, let me grab my Sims here. We want to take a very quick photo. Just because I like taking, I like taking regular photos of our Sims for posterity purposes, You gotta do the posterity purposes, right? Anyway, shall we get on with our news? Because we've got another bit of Sims news that we need to talk about today. It's rather interesting. It is all about the EA in-game advertising. You may have heard about it. It's first it was announced a few days ago. But yeah, EA advertising. Electronic Arts is looking for more ways to engage with players and collect revenue to pay off the $20 billion buyout debt. We knew this was coming. This is why there's they announced a brand new department called EA Advertising a few days ago. Now this latest department, according to Electronic Arts, promotes the ideas of brands coming to EA to advertise their products in-game. For The Sims, an example that Electronic Arts used is the Coach collaboration with The Sims 4, where we got a couple of free Coach-branded in-game items and a main menu ad for a Coach bag giveaway. That stayed on our homepage in The Sims 4 for over a month. Well, I don't mind getting the free stuff. Yeah. That is at least. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. That kind of in-game ads, I can get behind the free content. But when it comes to, like, I'm picturing and I hope they don't get any ideas from this, I'm picturing them eventually doing paid advertising on our Sims TVs, where they come up with a new TV channel that pops up every time you turn your Sims TV on. And then you have to manually change the channel if you want to go away from it. But a channel that just shows different branded paid for ads, That, just weird, like, notification pop-ups that are ads in The Sims 4. That's where I hope they never go to. Fingers crossed, right? Maria, you don't like the ads. Free stuff, yes. Ads, no. Exactly. The free stuff is still advertising because, like the Coach bags. We got the Coach bag, that was a clutter item. And it says Coach on, but that's fine. The SpongeBob SquarePants stuff, it wasn't free. It was a paid collaboration where we had to pay for it. The Bridgerton stuff, that was a collaboration kit that we had to pay for. But that stuff is fine. I don't mind that kind of collaboration and the free stuff being given to us. but intrusive ads, in-game ads, I would rather not have that kind of stuff. Um, Hopefully it will stay out of The Sims mostly. I mean, they already have like integrated ads in the racing games, in the football games, the soccer games, and other sports games, American football and all all those games. So you get like the billboards that have actual real world ads. In sports games, they're annoying, but they fit into the game, it does add to the realism because that's what you expect to see. Like in a soccer game, you see the billboards going along the edge of your football fields, and so on and so forth, that have ads in them in real life, so it makes sense to have that in a video game. Hopefully they'll kind of stay out of The Sims 4 with stuff like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But here's what the freaking executives, had to say about their expectations for Electronic Arts advertising activations. They said EA advertising is expanding EA's ecosystem by enabling brands to integrate directly into gameplay through dynamic real-time placements, from stadium signage to custom in-game content designed to enhance, not disrupt, the player experience. In these interactive gameplay environments, brands become part of the game itself, reflecting how players engage with advertising in real-world contexts. Brands can activate across live environments, tailoring placements to meet campaign objectives, and update campaigns with ongoing optimization informed by aggregated engagement insights. It's nothing new, to be completely honest. They already have it in the sports games. I don't want it in The Sims 4, though. I just don't want that kind of stuff in The Sims 4. Saying that, if the ads were in Simlish, what do you all think? Sims 4 players, if you turned on your Sims TV, well, I don't have a TV in this work with me's place, but let's say you turned on your Sims 4 TV and you're watching the romance channel, and partway through the program that they've got on the romance channel, there was an ad for Green Giant sweet corn. Okay? Would you mind if that ad for Green Giant sweet corn was in Simlish? Using Sims, like, so it matched with the actual channel. Would that be okay, or would you just rather it go away, not be in there completely? Jeeves, no, just no. Augie, ad should be a hard no. Maria, if it was in Simlish, maybe. Yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'm doing market research. But yeah, I don't like the idea of ads in The Sims 4. It's just so stupid. It is really stupid. But I wouldn't mind more things on the TV, to be honest. Not ads, but just in general, more things in The Sims TV. More programs and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of ads to begin with, which is why on YouTube I try my best on my YouTube videos to not have a lot of ads, which is a good thing that I don't have a lot of long pauses in my YouTube videos, because that's when ads occur. But there you go. Yeah, I just don't like ads. I don't like them at all. So Yeah, they said some of the examples that EA listed were part of the EA advertising campaigns. There's activations such as EA Sports X Visa, EA Sports and Skate Farm, The Sims Coach, and Vans and Skate brands. Um, I don't know. Here's the official the official newsletter type thing. Crispy, it is worth noting that Steam has a strict policy about games that have ads, so you do wonder if Sims 4 will change much at all, or if it will just continue with branded collabs that are basically ads. Steam prohibits developers from using paid advertising as a core business model in games. Titles that force players to watch or engage with ads to progress, play, or earn rewards are banned. Developers cannot gate gameplay behind advertisements, require ad watching for value, or use games as ad-heavy monetization platforms. I never thought I'd say this, but thank goodness for Steam. Those are the rules that I can completely get behind. And that should be the way that it is. You know, I don't want, like, for example, picture going into The Sims and getting a loading screen. Instead of the cutesy, you know, spinning Sims 4 Plumb Bob that we get in loading screens, imagine getting a 30-second long commercial ad break that plays even if the game is loaded. If the 30 seconds hasn't ended, you're still forced to watch that ad. Capitalism nightmare right there. And if they could get away with it, I think EA would 100% go for stuff like that. Thankfully, as you said, Crispy, Steam prohibits that kind of shit. So hopefully we won't be seeing that intrusiveness anytime soon. Maria, you had to come back. The screen was black. Yeah, usually just a refresh solves that problem. You love Steam. Steam is great. I agree. They have their problems. They do have their problems, but they're a pretty good platform, especially with the rules regarding ads, which is great. So yeah, here's the full thing. Connecting brand. Okay. Global Leader Interactive Development today announced the launch. Yeah, EA today announced the launch of EA Advertising, a new platform transforming how brands connect with audiences. EA said, "This is all like we're the best. Please, please advertise with us." Oh my God, there's so much techno. Executive gobbledygook speak in here that just bleh. Across console, mobile, and PC, our games and services have reached more than 120 million players each month during 2026. Together, this scale and frequency of engagement create meaningful opportunities for brands to connect with audiences through authentic, interactive experiences. EA Sports is one of the largest interactive sports platforms in the world, connecting hundreds of millions of players across console, PC, and mobile each year. Fans engage with EA Sports at extraordinary scale, playing the equivalent of 23 NFL seasons every day in Madden, and completing more than 1 billion matches each month in EA Sports FC. Through a portfolio spanning globally licensed franchises, EA Sports gives brands access to highly engaged sports audience at scale. Jeez. We're expanding EA's ecosystem by enabling brands to integrate directly into gameplay through dynamic real-time placements, from stadium signage to custom in-game content, designed to enhance, not disrupt, player experience. Brands can activate across live environments, and so on. Oh my goodness. Bleh. This is just bleh. Crispy, personally, you think in The Sims 4 it'll just continue to be things like branded collabs? Yeah, I really, really hope so. Things like Max, SpongeBob, Coach, etc. You don't think we'll be seeing product placement on Sims watching TVs or forced ads during loading screens? Let's hope not. You see it mostly affecting the sports game since they have the ideal settings for product placement, especially football. Yeah, 100%. Crispy, you think most of the sports games actually already do stuff like that? They do, yeah, they 100% do. Which, to be honest, because this is already happening with these, the billboard ads in the sports games, the branded collaborations in The Sims 4. Um, since it's already happening, I'm wondering if they did this, if they created the EA advertising department, just as a way to make the shareholders happy. Number go up. It looks like they're doing a new thing, so you know, it makes the shares higher and makes the shareholders happy. So that's what I'm thinking that this is. I mean, they're already doing all of this. Why do they need a bespoke department? Don't they already have that? Or maybe they've taken all of the different departments from all of the different games that handle that in-game advertising and just said, right, you work in this main department now, that is all about advertising. That sounds like that's probably what they've done. And it's all just corporate speak to make the share price go up. That would not surprise me at all. James, you love how player experience is mentioned so much. I know, right? Augie, maybe they're centralizing it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That they're doing, because like Crispy, like you said, they're already doing all of this. They're already doing brand partnerships and gameplay integrations. They're already doing ad units in 3D sports simulations. Um, so yeah, them saying all of this, they already have EA Sports Partner Program. I know I'm in the EA Sports Partner Program. Not that I actually take any advantage of it because I don't play any of the EA Sports games, but I am part of the partner program. Um as part of the EA Creator Network. So yeah, they're already doing that. They're all It's like they're already doing this. Them announcing, "Hey, we're going to be doing this." Makes zero sense because they're already doing it. Crispy, for you personally, you don't care if they add in create a sim items or build buy items into the game that are branded. It doesn't bother you seeing the branded logo on thumbnails. You just get on with it, enjoying the game, and you're also happy for new free items. Exactly. Yeah, I completely agree. 100%. Um, so yeah, it's just that to me, this definitely sounds like EA desperately trying to get more money to come in, by repackaging stuff that they are already doing into a bright, beautiful, sparkly, package. So yeah, Crispy, you love making fashion stores in The Sims, so you actually liked getting the Coach bags. I think they're really nice. The Coach bags in The Sims 4. They fit in the world. They're not. They are Sims. What is it? Maxis Match. So yeah, they do fit in the world. They're not in your face. Hey, buy our products. You're not. You don't get a hover, an ad pop up when you hover over them. So, in my opinion, it's great. Jeeves polishing the yeah, yeah, exactly, Jeeves, exactly, 100% polished poop. Yes, Jeeves, you don't even know what Coach bags are. Coach is a brand, Coachella, and the bags are like handbags. So it's literally that. Very very expensive brand that's um what fashionistas love to get. You know, fashionistas love the expensive brands like Coachella and whatever other brands are out there. I don't know. I don't follow fashion. I wear Sims merch. Do you think I follow fashion? No. Jeeves, in a Sims context, can they catch on fire? Possibly. I don't see why not. Everything in The Sims 4 can catch on fire if they, if you get them near an open flame, they might burn down to ash. So there you go. Crispy, also guilty. You love using the MAC makeup on your Sims, including the questionable eye makeup. Oh my god, the questionable eye makeup in Create a Sim in The Sims 4. I freaking love that eye makeup. It is so much fun to use. It really is. Also, guilty pleasure. Irina, hello, how are you? No fashion follows me since today Sims merch is the new trend. Exactly. No, oh no, fashion follows me. Okay, I gotcha. Since today Sims merch is the new trend. There you go. For a second there, Irina, I'm like, I read that as you saying that no fashion company would dare follow me because I fall so far out of what's fashionable that I'm a disgrace to all of fashion, you know, which is actually probably true. So there you go. Jeeves, you've got a Bluey T-shirt. You don't care about fashion. Bluey's quite fashionable right now, though, Jeeves. You know, it's the rave with all 2 to 5 year olds. Oh my god, I love it. Arena, sorry, you're too lazy for punctuation. You should have used. No worries. I got it in the end. I got there in the end. Okay, let's take another photo. Boop. There we go. Right, we need to check our Sims, my friends. Let's see. What do we have? We've got some paintings. Rob, please resume that painting. That's a normal painting, so we will have Muir sell that. That is a masterpiece, but I think we've already got that one. So, Astana, will you please sell that painting to an art gallery? And that is also a masterpiece, but yeah, we've already got one over there. So, Shaz, would you please sell that to an art gallery? Thank you very, very much.
Yumbara.
The gnomes watch you while you sleep. I mean, that is freaky, isn't it? Point of view. Hold on. Point of view, you sleeping. And suddenly you wake up to see this. Oh my god. How freaky is this? And they're almost all staring at the bed. Oh my god. So scary. Arena, do we have a timer running or just Sims? We're nearly at the end of the 2 hour stream, so no timer right now. Arena also hello to Crispy on the other platform side. Yes, and everyone else. Crispy, plus another guilty pleasure. You love using the SpongeBob kits for kids' bedrooms or geeks. You have yet to buy the Wonderland kit, but you'll get it one day. I love the Wonderland kit. It is such a good kit. It's so quirky. It's absolutely quirky, and I freaking love it. There's the oh, hold on. I need to. Which one is it? See if I can let me see if I can find it. Wonderland kit. Let's see. Kits, 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 kits. 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 Wonderland kit. Nope, nope, that's Wonderland. There we go. There it is. Okay. So there is a specific backdrop with the Wonderland kit. Where is it? This one, the keyhole wall shelf. Okay. This is an awesome thing because if I can find a wall that I can use it on, here we go. We can use it on this. So actually, yeah, we can use it on this one. So you notice that if I place this, it acts as a window. So there you go. You can, I love it. You can put it on an exterior wall and you can see through. And then on the other side, you can also see through to the inside. It's really neat, and I love, absolutely love this bookshelf. It is so cool. Crispy, guilty. You cannot type today. That's okay. You can blame autocorrect if you want. You can 100% blame autocorrect. Arena, also, the other peeps over on YouTube, you only just spotted Crispy in the chat log. Maria, you've got a confession. You have every sim known to mankind, every kit, every pack, etc. on Xbox, PC, and then you have all of the PC OGs, all the other sim games, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on PC. You may be addicted slightly. I've got same. I've got all of the most of the Sims games on PC. I don't think I have all of the Sims 3 content though. Like if you want to count the Sims 3 marketplace, the online marketplace, I don't have all of that content. Mainly because I would need to buy another hard drive if I wanted all of that content, But considering I've been playing The Sims since like about 6 months after the OG Sims was released, and I've played every single Sims, every single version of the PC Sims, and also a bit of the console Sims. So I've played Sims 3 and Sims 3 Pets on Xbox. I played the Herbs on GameCube. I really wish that they had put the Herbs on PC because, done a PC version because, yeah, that was my jam. I absolutely loved the Herbs. Arena, you're hungry at the moment, but you're otherwise doing good. It is nearly lunchtime, so. Crispy, that bookshelf window is the first of its kind. It is, yeah. There are no other windows like that. And well, bookshelves / windows like that in The Sims 4. And I love it. It is so real. It's absolutely awesome. It's just different, and I like different. So, Arena, The Sims 1. Your first Sims game was The Sims 2. Astana, you're not supposed to be freezing to death. Where are you? Get yourself some clothes on. Jeez. Go warm up. Instead of, hanging around in the toilet. If she freezes to death because, she's not, honestly, Arena, is this, let's hold on. Let's activate the automatic thermostat. There we go. That'll make everyone warm at least. So they won't freeze to death while they're inside the house. There we go. So now everyone should be warm, and no one will freeze to death while they're inside. I don't mind the Sims freezing to death because, you know, Sims dying is fun. But yeah, if they're indoors and they freeze to death, that's just no. I won't stand for that. Arena, you're 1 hour ahead of me, so yeah, it is definitely your lunchtime, Arena. Past that, actually. Jeeves, we're all old. Arena, you're not. You stopped counting your birthdays. You're not old. I like it. You never age as long as you don't count your birthdays, right? Jeeves, you were 18 when The Sims 1 was released. I was 23 or 24 when The Sims 1 was released. I want to say 24. That sounds about right. Because I was 24 when I came over to the UK. And I want to say that The Sims 1 released either right before I turned 24, or I think it released right before I turned 24, so while I was still 23. So yeah, I was 23 when it was released. Nearly 24 though. Arena, you just checked. You were 3 months old, not years. 3 months. When The Sims 1 came out, you're definitely not old then, Arena. You're definitely not old. Augie's like thinking, "Geez, I feel so old right now." That's what Augie's thinking. That is 100% what Augie is thinking. That he just feels really old right now. Augie, you're keeping quiet. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to, we're just going to run around real quick and tidy up after all of these Sims. Um, have Shaz go around and do some cleaning, reviving, the different cow plants that have died, and checking all the other things. So collecting the fairy dust. Okay, that's good. There are so many paper airplanes around. Just, these Sims love playing with paper airplanes for so. Oh my god! Cody's died again! Cody just died again! Hi, Jamie. How are you? I hope you have a good Wednesday as well, my friend. Oh my god, that legitimately startled the living daylights out of me. Gotta take a picture. Augie, you had one that was a resort management sim. You can't remember what it was called. Arena, that's the end of the. Yep. It is. It definitely is. Augie, you remember the Sim sparked off the life sim management genre? Oh, yeah, it did. 100%. Oh, my goodness. Arena, you're running out of unique greetings. Oh, we knew it was going to happen. We knew that our de-deathified elder Sims were going to start passing away again. So, playable ghost. He cannot rebirth right now. I believe he's already got a gravestone though. Fleur, Augie, Optine, Muir, Rob. Oh, Cody doesn't have a. Okay. Well, in that case. In that case. There we go. We'll put Cody's gravestone outside. Augie looked it up. It was called Beach Life. I think I remember that vaguely, but I definitely think I remember it. Jamie says, "Good morning, everyone." Jeeves, can he be de-deathified again? Yeah, he can. But we'll let him. We'll let him stay as a ghost until everyone else dies, for reasons. Let's take a look at Cody real quick, though. Where is he? Here he is. How is his soul's journey? Okay, so his soul's journey is actually pretty high. He's at finding purpose. So he's just at halfway to the dreams fulfilled. So that's good at least. He wants to reach guitar, piano, or violin level 10. Let's check his skills. Guitar, piano, violin. Okay, he's been playing the violin. Where is our violin? Does anyone have the violin? Does anyone know where the violin has gone? See, this is the problem with violin in The Sims, is that your Sims can just pick it up and keep it in their inventory. So let's see if we can find who has the violin real quick. Opting, is it you? No. Sean, is it you? No. Rob, do you have the violin? No, you do not. What about Muir? No. Astana? No. Okay, where's the violin? Arena, your alarm has gone off. You need to wake up. You've been awake for 3 hours already. Oh no. Jamie, there are so many gnomes. Yes. They're creeping on people sleeping. No gnomes be weird. Okay, so evidently no one has the violin. So to make Cody, work towards his rebirth soul's journey, let's grab a violin real quick. There we go. We'll grab the virtuoso violin, because we got a lot of money, so we might as well grab that, and we'll have Cody. We'll have Cody practice. Okay, and we'll leave it at that. We will leave it there. Arena, you ate the violin. Was it tasty? Was it tasty, or did you get splinters? Anyway, my friends, it is time. It is a time for us to say goodbye for 2 hours, because we are coming back in 2 hours from now. Mark it on your calendars. With Paralives Rags to Mega Riches challenge. Thank you all. Let me get my big face up here. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll see you all in 2 hours. But until then, stay hydrated, stay safe. Go get yourself something to eat. Arena, it wasn't tasty. It tasted like a wooden melody. Not good. Not good. Next time, have it with ketchup. Anyway, bye everyone.